Hello everyone, it's Birdie here, the Recycled Hippie Chick. Welcome to my program. Hey, believe it or not, I'm wound up. Thank you, Ricky Tikki Tavi, for winding me up. I was sitting in there watching my own video, because I do. I want to see what I do right, wrong, was I in frame, all that stuff. I was putting myself to sleep. Husband had gone in to take a nap, and I was just getting ready to click it off and go in and take a nap too, and the next video just popped right up, and it was Ricky Tikki Tavi. I will link her downstairs. I'm sorry, Linda. You're down in the basement has stuck with me. I will link her downstairs so you can go see her, and I am just going to work on my personal Christmas journal and Gab. I found some stuff. I have a drawer in here that I just filled up with stuff I had, that I'd gotten at an estate sale or something, and I found these stamps, and I really do need to make a master board too. But for right now, I'm going to stick in the big stuff, and then I'll go back and do a master board and make tags. Oh, I've got so much stuff I have found. Anyway, my friend Arlene, who watches me all the time. Hi, Arlene. Thank you for your Christmas card and your goodies. Listen, you guys, I have to tell you, this brought me such joy. And Arlene, correct me if I'm wrong. I get this Christmas card from her. It's like Arlene knows me, and we don't even know each other. It's so weird. But I open the card, and, she says, "Have a blessed Christmas, love, Arlene." And then over here it says, "Wishing you all the jolly joys of Christmas. Mary, Tara, Sadie, and Janie." This, I'm pretty sure, is a recycled Christmas card from Arlene. Random people have signed it, but Arlene has turned it into her own. You guys, this is Birdie. This is something I would do. I would get a Christmas card and reuse it for somebody else, because this is a perfectly good card, except for they've written their name on it. Is that what you did, Arlene? I hope it is, because it brought me such joy. I just bubbled over when I saw that in there. So thank you, Arlene. And I'm going to use this in my journal. Also, she sent me the exact fabric that I made a pocket out of in my other art journal. Hello. What a coincidence. So I'm going to use that in my journal also, with a cute little piece of lace that I might put at the top of my pocket in this journal. She sent me a little bit of ephemera that I can snip, snap, and put into my journal. And I'm going to coffee dye the envelope. I'll take her address off. And it's got this adorable little holiday sticker on it. It'll look all adorable, coffee dyed, and turned into a pocket in my journal. And this is just another card that I got. I'll cover there. And I just thought that was a cute little sticker that would make like this adorable tiny little tag out of for my little bitty journal. So I'm going to keep that also. Anyway, thank you, Arlene. I love you. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas too. And one thing you guys need to know about me. Birdie does not think ahead for nothing. I don't remember people's birthdays. I don't remember to send Christmas cards. I'm not that person that when I see you to have coffee, I bring you a little something, because I don't think of nothing. I'm lucky to remember to put my panties on in the morning, okay? That's how bad I am. So, TMI, I know, that's just how I am. So, I just wanted to jump on here, work in my journal a little more, and Ricky directed her video today to me. That's kind of Christmassy, isn't it? Sort of, a little bit, if we put like a focal point on there. She watched my video yesterday and seen that I was a little discouraged about my Etsy shop, and kind of I don't do very good in sales. I was ready to take it off and yada, yada, yada. Ooh, that kind of brings me joy right there. And she was encouraging me that, hey, it's only cost you 20 cents, to put it on. Yes. But now I'm learning they take 6% of your sales and 3% of your shipping. I'm like, dude, I am charging right down to the penny, and sometimes it's out of my pocket because I don't get the shipping right, and they're taking 3% out of that. Anyway, I am encouraged. I am going to leave my stuff on, and I do this because I love it. I do this because this is my therapy. Like, this is what I do to take my mind off of, well, I originally started doing it because my parents were in a nursing home, and I started doing little bitty journals up there out of their trash while I was sitting waiting for mom or dad to wake up from a nap so I could visit. So that's why I started doing it. And it has just grown. The videos are my vocal therapy. I just need to talk to someone who won't be judgmental to me. My family, I think I am born into... Get busy, Birdie. Just get busy. I think I'm born into a negative... I think it's in our genes, my family, to be negative, My kids are negative to me. My mom and dad, my mom had a very negative spirit. I have a very negative spirit. And so I just need somebody to talk to that doesn't even answer me, Because when I get that negative feedback from my family, it just lowers me farther. So when I talk to you guys, I don't necessarily get feedback. And so nobody's, putting me down or telling me, my faults. So, or that I need medication or, stuff like that. So that's the reason I do the videos. Well, I gotta think here for a second. I gotta be able to get this down in that ditch. My whatever you call that stuff. What do you call that darn stuff I'm trying to glue on to? It's curling. What is this stuff called? Vellum, tracing paper, whatever you want to call it. It's actually blueprint paper of some sort, but it looks just like vellum. And I'm trying to stick it in the ditch. There we go. Okay. So anyway, this really is therapy for me. And, then when I contracted the Lyme and had to stop working, and I thought, well, maybe I could start selling this stuff, and because I felt useless. Like, my husband's taking care of me. I'm not contributing. Surely there's something I can do. Although he does not feel like that, I do. So I thought maybe I could go on, Etsy and sell stuff. And when it hasn't worked, it's discouraged me. But 12 years. I will try it for 12 years, Ricky. And see where it leads me. That's the only thing. I just don't feel productive to my family. My family. It's just my husband and I. So, let's see here. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, I want you to take time off and savor it with your mom. And I'm going to try to say this without crying, which is a good thing because the Lyme took my tears away. And since I've been on this medication, I have cried twice. And I haven't cried in like 6 years. So it's a good thing, but I don't want to boo-hoo on YouTube. Boo-hoo on YouTube. That sounds like the title of a hip-hop song. Anyway. Ricky, I want you to take time off and savor it with your mom. Savor it. Because you guys don't live close together. I lived 4 miles from my mom. And we seen each other all the time. And my dad was my best friend. And when I lost both of them, you don't realize how much that these thrift shopping, Scrabble playing moments you have together meant. And believe me, it'll come too quick. I thought my parents were going to be with me forever. And then all of a sudden, I'm their caregiver. And then I had to put them in a nursing home, which I promised them I would never, ever do. So I broke my promise to them because I had no idea that Mom was going to get dementia and run away and, you know, all this good jazz. But she was my game playing partner. Yeah, just savor it. Just take your time with her and savor every time you're with her like it's the last time. Because they don't last forever. And I sure miss my mama. And she's been gone like 6 years and my dad's been gone 4. And I can't tell you how much I miss them. And how many times I want to jump on the phone that I called my mom 2 or 3 times a day. And who do I vote for? And who's running for public office? Because I don't pay attention. And I'm trusting you to know all that. And give me a cheat sheet, you know. And I don't have none of that anymore. I miss her when I go to the polls. I miss her when stuff's on sale at Dillon's. Because she kept track of all that stuff. And now I don't have it. And I'm an orphan. And I'm lost. So you take that time off and you enjoy every second of it. And I know you never measure stuff when you cook. And that's comes down the line from your mama. Listen, ask her some of the things. Just how much do you put in it? Because I loved when my mom made my granny's banana salad for Thanksgiving. And then my mom's gone and I want to make banana salad and I wonder why it's not turning out right. And then I realize, you know, I'm mixing mayonnaise in with it. And then I realize, oh my gosh, my family was always Miracle Whip people. I wonder if that could be it. I was trying it for years and it wasn't working out. And guess what? It was Miracle Whip, not mayonnaise. So these things you need to know. It's important because later on you want to make them and it's more than just eating it. It's special because you have that memory, you know, of your parent in your mind while you're making it. So it's more than just food. You're feeding your memory of them. And it's important that it's right. And I used to call my mom 50 times a day, you know. Did you put raisins or blah, 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 you know, and such and such. And I can't do that. So ask her those questions. How much do you think you threw in your meatloaf or whatever? Because you're going to need to know it. Oh, come on. Anyway, thank you. This is the thing. Ricky, you and I have more in common. And I'm sorry, everybody. Hi. Welcome to my program. I don't mean to ignore you, but I am wanting to send a special shout out to Ricky. And you guys can listen to me and learn from it. Okay? Just put your name in the place of where I'm saying Ricky. But you and I have so much in common, yet we're so different in our personal, like our lifestyles have so much in common, but our personalities are opposite. I am the pessimist. I am the see things half I was an inspector at Raytheon, okay? It's our aircraft plant here in Wichita. And I was a full-bodied Hawker jet inspector. So I inspected everything from the skins to the rivets to the engine. Everything. I was trained to look for what's wrong. Okay? And then I'm born into a negative Nancy household. Like my mom never saw the best of anything. She only saw the worst, which drove me nuts. And guess what? It's what I'm doing. So I tend to look for what's wrong in everything. You see the sunshine through a burning building. Okay? This house could be on fire, and I think you, Ricky, would be going, oh my gosh, when the smoke clears, can you see that beautiful sunset? And I think that's how you are. And you're so laid back and easygoing and comfortable, and I am such a live wire, crazy, anxiety-ridden, nutso case that we are totally different in that aspect. But man, I envy you. I just listen to you and you calm me down and you give me encouragement and you make me see the bright side of stuff. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. I know a lot of you may not believe in God or whatever, but sometimes I know that YouTube can be a terrible thing, a terrible place. But I think sometimes this is a way God leads us to other people that we would never ever meet in other circumstances. And he puts us together for a reason. And I really think when I'm looking through, gosh, here I'm going to bawl again. When I'm looking through Instagram and I run across Ricky Tikki Tavi, and the only thing I saw was that name and it drew me in. I didn't even know what you did until I was drawn by your name. And every single post, every single picture, every single coffee with your daughter has touched me. And I think sometimes God puts people in our life like that. We're far away, but you're still speaking to me. So I just want you to know that. I want you to know that. I'm not even thinking, you guys. I am totally wacko right now. Anyway, thank you. And just to let you know, I too, I think, have waste management. I either have waste management or Waste Connections for my trash. And I've only had it about 3 or 4 years. And when I first got it, it was like $89. And now it's $120. Every 3 months, I have to pay it. In which I think is crazy. But I live out in the country, and that's my only option. We were putting our trash in a big trailer and going to the dump every few months. And every few months we can go to the dump, and we were still not hitting the minimum weight. And it's only like $30 for the minimum. And which was fine because I enjoyed going to the dump. I would load onto it with my work truck, and I'd go to the dump by myself, and I felt empowered that I could unload all that stuff myself, and But we have so many varmints out here that it was getting to where the coons would get on my trailer and tear everything up. And when I went to unload it, it was just a big, disgusting mess. So I kind of quit that. And went to trash service. But yeah, I see what you mean. And here we don't recycle at all anymore. I'm in a little county outside of the big city called Butler County. and there's no recycling at all in Butler County. And I can't take my stuff into Wichita and recycle it because you have to be a member of Sedgwick County to do that, and I'm not. And I was told by our city used to have a place that you could drive through this big building and unload your recycle stuff. And I was told by the little man that works in there that when Trump was here, he was trying to get everybody to be U.S. You know, I guess we were sending our recycle stuff to China to recycle it, and he didn't want that. And so he was trying to force companies to start, you know, opening up American shops again. So he put tariffs on like China and Mexico and stuff to try to force the manufacturers to come back to America. And so China quit taking our recycling stuff. And now that Biden is in office, he said it's not one of his priorities to get recycling going again. So he hasn't made a deal with China or asked people to start, you know, opening up their own recycle centers here. So we're kind of in limbo. So we don't recycle here in our county, and I don't know. I don't think Wichita does a whole lot. I think they only take a few plastics, like 1 or 2 numbers of plastic, and so there you have it. So anyway, I would love it if Mr. Biden would have people open up some recycle plants in America and start recycling our stuff. You know, he's all about wanting to be natural and electric and whatever, green. Well, recycling is one of those. And as long as everything's going into the landfill, we're not being very green. So I'm just saying, how about we work on that? Because I loved recycling. It made me feel like I was doing my part, you know? It made me feel like I could really do something to help this world we're living on. Where other things happen and you think, well, what can I do? I don't have any power over anything. But recycling, I felt like I did have power, you know? So, anyway, if you're watching, Mr. Biden, just an idea from Birdie. Okay, now, let's see what else we got here. I'm just going to keep on pulling stuff out. This I want to turn into a tag. So I think I'm going to find something stiff to glue that on. Okay. I have these little master boards, you know, little things I was just gluing scraps on. Oh, look, it's just perfect. Birdie's having her hot cocoa on a snowy day. That's perfect. I like that. Let's see here. First of all, I saw some pockets back here. This one is kind of boring. I might want to put something in there. I saw one. Here, what about this one? If I make this, will it fit in there? Why, yes it will. Okay. glue this on here. And see what we can come up with. Okay, I want to ink. I want to ink with green. Green on that one and red on the outside. Because it's already got a cloud of green going around it. Ooh, that's fragile. Very fragile. I'm just wanting to knock the white off. You guys probably can't even see it, but I can. So that one's done. And I'm going to put red around this one. What's on the back? We're going to have to put a journaling spot on the back. Not that I'll ever journal in it. I don't know. I might. I went to church today. It's probably the first time I've been in a church in 6 or 7 years. Went to the little Baptist church here in Augusta, in our little town, and I enjoyed it. I was kind of freaked out, though. I'm kind of glad my husband didn't say he wanted to go until bedtime, and I'm thankful that he did that, because I'm digging these little poinsettias, but I also had some snowflakes in there. Just a minute. Okay, I found them. I just didn't know which one I wanted to put on here. So it felt good to go to church. I was scared. I'm glad my husband didn't say something to me earlier, because then I would freak out and start getting over anxious and would have worried about it all night, had a mouth sore and everything else. That's just the way I am. And that was not worth looking for. But it was harmless. Nobody bit me. Nobody drugged me up front, made me speak in front of the crowd. All those things that you fear, but it didn't happen. I do my own Bible reading. I do my own prayer, you know, because I have a relationship with God. I talk to him all day long, just like I'm talking to you guys. My husband's going, "What are you doing?" I'm talking to God. Because I just talk to him like he's with me all the time. I call that a relationship, not religion. And so I do my own Bible study. I listen, like if I'm cleaning somebody's house, I got my headphones on, I'm listening to preaching. So I'm getting fed. I've just never been in, I had a bad experience for about the past 30 years of my life, being in a church 3 times a week, that I'm a little gun shy about going back somewhere. So here we go. I'm going to give it a try. I keep reading in the Bible, though, that we need to, you know, gather ourselves with other believers. And so I've been feeling the pull of that, and I know my husband has missed it. He's one that he tends to, he's dyslexic, so he doesn't read well, because it's a struggle for him to try to put everything, to pay attention to what he's doing and put everything in context and slow down. He's a little ADHD, he's a little hyper, so he tends to just skim over stuff. So he really relies on the preaching to feed him. So I've really been excited when he said he wanted to get back in church, because that's where he gets fed. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be the pushy wife that's like my mom was, that says, sit down at the table every morning and reads the Bible to him, you know, to kind of cram it down my dad's throat. Although my dad liked it, because if she forgot a day, he would say, hey, we didn't read today. So he must have liked it, but I always felt sorry for him because Jane had him trapped at the breakfast table, you know, to take advantage of this will be our reading time. There we go. So I don't want to, you know, I do not want to do that to my husband. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what we can do with this one. I'd be chopping his hands off if I did that. What could I put on there? Here's some small stuff. And I'd really like to put this one on there. I mean, in my book. I really think that's a cute image. I like these leaves, though. Let's see if we just have a little sticker we could put on there to turn it into Christmas. Those are cute, those stickers, but they're not me, my personality, and this is my, you know, I would put them in a book to sell. These here. I would put those in a book to sell, but they're not really me. I like the snowflakes. So I have to concentrate on what I would like. Beautiful. Is that feathery? Flakes of snow. Winter Wonderland. I think I'm just going to put one single snowflake. On there. Okay. Now I put this other tag in there. And didn't put a writing spot on the back. So Ricky, we have a Duchess Brothers, and it's clear on the other side of town, and I have not gone over there yet. So I plan on going there, and then I'm gonna let you know what I think. You already know because you frequent your Duchess Brothers and love it. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to put one clear up to the edge. I think I'm going to make it a little smaller. So I'm going to want some of that color. Oh dear, it's not tearing it as easy as I thought. So I might have to add some more color to that to peek out around the edge. I kind of like that. I mean, it's my granddaughter's finger painting, so I would remember her. It's Rosie's. So I'm going to leave that, so I'll remember that's Rosie's. And I'm going to ink this up. And I'm going to use black because I see some splashes of black in the background. And I'm going to put some little black lines on here to write on, for me to journal on. You know, I saw somebody, and I don't know if it was Joey DeFee or who it was, but they sewed lines on their paper. It was so adorable to write on. I haven't had that type of patience, but I thought that was a cute idea. But I'm just going to put some lines on here. If I can keep stuff out of my way so that my ruler can keep going down. I'm so thankful for you guys. I think I have a slight bond and connection with each and every one of you. Grandma Z, I have not heard from you in a while, and I hope you're doing well. I hope I know you've been busy with work, but I hope your hands and everything are holding up good. And I know your family, you are just so family oriented, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. Wonderful, wonderful. I wonder how long I've been on here gabbing. I don't really care. I'd leave you on here all my whole time if I could, but I'll shut you off and continue on. I'll glue this one on, and then I'll shut you down. Shut you down. Ricky, I can't wait to hear about your mom and I can't wait till you come back and tell us about how you and your mama's visit was. I love watching your unveiling of your mama boxes when she sends you stuff. Man, she's got good taste. She knows what you like, girl. You know, one of my gardening customers, when I was gardening before I had to quit, she was a 90-some-year-old lady. I called her Nani. I'm sure I've talked about her. I think you guys went through building her book with me and everything. I think I've told you all about her story, but I used to go play Spite and Malice card game with her all the time. And she was actually a bridge player. Would play bridge 3 or 4 or 5 days a week, but she told me, honey, I don't think you can handle bridge. She didn't think I was smart enough to learn it. Because I told her, you should teach me, because somebody's going to have to carry on this tradition of playing bridge after you old timers are gone. Honey, I don't think you can handle bridge. So she would play this game. I would go over there in the daytime and play. She'd call, I'm lonely, come play cards with me. So I would go play Spite and Malice with her. She taught me how to play it, and there's another pocket. And so I would go play with her hours. I'm not kidding you. Like, it was nothing. I would be sitting at the table falling asleep after about 6 hours of Spite and Malice. And when I would say, Nani, I got to go home, she'd go, oh, come on, just one more game. I mean, girlfriend can play the cards. And now I have no one to play with. My grandkids aren't into it. My husband's not a card player. Nobody is into just sitting and playing cards. So I'm afraid I'm going to forget how to play it, and my time with Nani's going to be gone. So you enjoy that Scrabble, girl. I can't wait till you come back and talk about all your shenanigans and adventures with your mom. And also, my little niece is probably watching. Lainey Todd. We call her baby, and she's well into adulthood. We've just always called her baby. Where's baby? Where's baby? Even when she was a teenager, where's baby? You know, when we would go visit. She lives down in New Mexico, and she told me that she watches my videos. And I just want to say, hi, baby. I love you. Thank you for watching me, and I miss you. And she called me once and said, you know, the great thing is even though we never see each other, we can call each other and it, you know, catch right up, and it's okay. We still love each other, but we don't see each other very often. So I get it. I do, Lainey, and I love you even though we're far away, and I'm glad you're here watching me. And I hope you and that adorable little daughter of yours has a wonderful Merry Christmas. And to all of you, well, I'll see you again. So have a great week this week, and I will see you again. Bye-bye from Birdie.